In this class we will be discussing the vacuum circuit breaker. Vacuum circuit breaker. Okay. Yeah, as the name it indicates, the arc quenching medium is here. The vacuum is used as arc quenching medium. Vacuum is used as arc quenching medium. Arc quenching medium. This one is this vacuum circuit breaker is invented in 1960s. So at that time the size of the vacuum circuit breaker is large because of the technology used in the vacuum circuit breaker, and later on the size of the vacuum circuit breaker has been reduced, and still it is a hot topic only for the research purpose. Vacuum circuit breaker, still there is a research is going on in the vacuum circuit breaker area, and because of its superior dielectric strength, because vacuum is having higher dielectric strength compared to SF6 and as well as oil or air. Okay, whatever we are having in the previous circuit breakers, so it is having high dielectric strength. Let me say like the dielectric strength of this vacuum is 8 times more than the air dielectric strength, and as well as 4 times more than SF6 circuit breaker, SF6 dielectric strength. So that much high dielectric strength it is having. So because of that this vacuum circuit breaker is used for medium voltage applications. Medium voltage applications. Let me say like from 11 kV to 33 kV voltage ranges. So up to this one, this vacuum circuit breaker is used as circuit breaker for the arc interruption. Okay. So these are the properties of this vacuum circuit breaker. Because of its high dielectric strength, it is used for medium voltage applications from 11 kV to 33 kV, and the dielectric strength of the vacuum is 8 times more than the air dielectric strength and 4 times more than the SF6 circuit breaker. And if you consider the construction part of the circuit breaker, so I will draw the rough diagram of this circuit breaker, and this is the outer part of the circuit breaker, having fixed contact and as well as moving contact here. This is a moving contact, this is a fixed contact. So this one is the chamber. Okay. So this chamber is made with chamber is made up of glass or ceramic, glass and as well as ceramic. The ceramic is used for mechanical support for the glass frame. So this one is made up of glass and ceramic. The ceramic is used for insulated material, which is used for the mechanical strength of the glass. And here we are having fixed contact. So I am drawing when these two contacts are separated. So when these two are separated like this, when these two are in contact with each other, it will be like here. Okay, so earlier, before the circuit breaker open, the circuit breaker will be closed. That means these two contacts are in contact with each other. So the diagram which I am showing is here. The circuit breaker is open condition. Okay. In this vacuum circuit breaker, this fixed contact and as well as the moving contacts are made up of high conducting materials. This fixed contact and moving contact are made with high conducting materials. High conducting materials such as copper. Okay, and here this fixed contact is made with bellows. Bellows is made with silicon steel for the purpose of easy movement of the fixed contact. Bellows, which is made up of silicon steel. Only this fixed contact is made with bellows for the purpose of easy movement of this fixed contact. Whenever the circuit breaker is opened, it has to move in the downward direction. So for that purpose, it has been made with bellows. Okay. And this is a chamber, arc chamber. This is the arc chamber, and the vacuum which is presented in this arc chamber is having the pressure of 10 to the power of between 10 to the power of minus 2 10 to the power of minus 7 torrs. Okay, so on average it will be having minus 10 to the power of minus 6 torrs. The pressure inside the vacuum circuit breaker is 10 to the power of minus 6 torr. Okay, and the working principle of this vacuum circuit breaker: whenever the circuit breaker contacts are opened, because of the high current, these electrodes, these contact tips will be gets heated up, and these are working as a hot spot. These contact tips are working as hot spots, and in this vacuum, so this is a vacuum, and when these contacts are separated, these tips will be forming as an hot spot, and due to this vacuum, the metal on the contact surface easily vaporized, and it creates a conducting media for the arc. It will be creating the conducting media for the arc. That means it will be easily vaporized, and it creates a conducting medium for the arc up to the current zero process. So this is the natural current zero process. Here up to this current zero, it will be creating a arc. At current zero, this vacuum will be having high dielectric strength, and immediately at current zero, this vacuum will be quenching the arc, and this conducting material vapor is again recondensed on the contact surface. These vapors will be again recondensed on the contact surface. So that's why it is a quick or a fast acting circuit breaker, because before reaching to the second natural zero only, the arc will be quenched because of the vacuum, which is having highest dielectric strength compared to air and as well as SF6. So this is an advantage of this vacuum circuit breaker. The operation is very simple. As and when the arc struck between the two contacts, the surface materials, the contact materials will be heated, and it will be forming as a hot spot, and these are easily vaporized and creates a conducting media for the arc path in the vacuum. When the arc is reaching to the current zero position, natural current zero position, the vacuum which is having highest dielectric strength will be easily quenching the arc, and this vaporization will be recondensed on the contact surface. So that's how the arc will be extinguished in the first half cycle only. So this is one of the advantage in the vacuum circuit breaker. So it can operate. Another advantage of the vacuum circuit breaker is it can operate at any environment. So you can operate this vacuum circuit breaker at any environment. And another one is it is having low maintenance. It is having low maintenance. So because of these three advantages, vacuum circuit breakers are widely used. And along with the advantages, there are some disadvantages are also there. First one is, to create the vacuum inside the chamber, you need high technical constraints. So you require high technical constraints to fill the vacuum in the vacuum chamber. So that is the first drawback in the vacuum circuit breaker. And second one is, it is somewhat expensive compared to the remaining circuit breakers. It's somewhat expensive. And the third one is, it is difficult to repair whenever there exists a problem in the circuit breaker. So it is difficult to repair. So this is another drawback of this vacuum circuit breaker. Okay, so these are the working principle and construction of the vacuum circuit breaker, and some important advantages and disadvantages of the vacuum circuit breaker.